Are young people happy? Recap and consolidation. Young people report a complex mixture of emotions and attitudes towards themselves and their lives. Family, peers, and school can both protect and harm adolescents' emotional well-being, depending on the individual circumstances. Adolescent well-being is particularly heritable. There are a range of personal assets that can support young people's well-being and act as protective buffers against adversity. Adults can help adolescents by providing more validation of their experiences, and they can reduce the stigma around reporting mental health difficulties by listening without judgment and in confidence. An important factor in predicting well-being is the goodness of fit between the individual characteristics of children and the demands of and or expectations of the environment. Adolescents are aware of the risks and benefits of social media use, and research to date does not suggest that social media use strongly causes adolescent depression and anxiety. The transition into adulthood presents a set of risks and opportunities for well-being. The Blue Planet. Imagine two adolescent girls, Himari from Japan and Olivia from USA. Both have the same set of mental and physical signs of depression: lack of pressure, loneliness, hopelessness, loss of appetite, fatigue, and insomnia. However, as we know, different cultures have different norms around what is acceptable or unacceptable, valued or not valued, normal or abnormal, providing people with a framework to interpret personal experience in relation to what others think and do. This means that despite having the same set of symptoms, some feelings are brought to the surface or experienced more vividly than others. For Olivia, the lack of personal agency and pleasure might feel felt more acutely because these undercut the American values common to individualistic societies. For Hamari, the social withdrawal and failure to maintain social obligations brought about by depression might be more significant because they are at odds with the Japanese collectivist society. Chentsova, Dutton et al. 2014. If cultures differ on the extent to which they stigmatize depression, this is also going to affect the ways teens try to regulate their symptoms and whether they reach out for help. Key point. While depression appears to exist across all cultures, how adolescents give meaning to the distress associated with depression is shaped by their cultural context. The World Happiness Report annually ranks countries based on asking a nationality representative sample of youth and adults aged 15 and older how satisfied they are with their lives. Halliwell et al. 2023. For the period 2020 to 2022, the top ranked countries were Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Israel, and the Netherlands, while the least happy were Afghanistan, Lebanon, Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, and Democratic Republic of the Congo. Behaviors and conditions that were associated with happiness, including acting pro-socially, e.g. helping strangers, donating money, giving blood, volunteering, good mental and physical health, being ruled by the effective government, e.g. able to raise money, deliver services, maintain the rule of law, having someone to count on, a sense of personal freedom to make key life decisions, and prosperity. The last item on the list shows that wealth is part of what makes us happy, but only up to a point. Once income satisfies basic needs like food, sanitation, and shelter, Money gives a diminishing return on happiness. If you are on the breadline, then a 50% increase in your income means not having to worry about where the next meal will come from, taking away a significant source of stress. If you're a millionaire, a 50% increase in wealth means you can buy your next yacht, but it is unlikely to significantly nudge your happiness dial in the long term. Noticeably, the Nordic countries have the highest well-being, though they are not wealthier than many other countries. They do, however, have higher levels of trust and of mutual respect and support factors that subtract from overall happiness, include war, political turmoil, poverty, corruption, and a large inequality in happiness, or in other words, a big gap between the happiest and the least happy in society.